Hello, I'm Brian Potts, a Masters of Divinity student. Canadians, generally speaking, are good and kind people. We don't like to offend anybody. We say "I'm sorry" a lot. That may sound a bit cliche, but from my experience, it's true. Yeah, we like to get along, and yet we're challenged. Statistics show that 244 million people are no longer residing in their country of origin. People displaced because of conflict, because of famine, because of climate change, because of religious beliefs. That's a big change. That's a big flow of different people. I have a friend of mine, Clement Jinda in Uganda, that pointed out that when people move, when they're displaced, they travel with their religion, with their faith and with their practices. This becomes a challenge then for us as Canadians, with this massive influx of different beliefs, different religions, different ways of practicing that religion and expressing it. Yeah. Quebec's answer was to table a bill a couple of weeks ago banning the display of religious symbols for government employees. And this is a response to not ruffling feathers, not upsetting people. It feels to me like that's the wrong response. It almost sounds like, in an effort to embrace secularization, that we're trying to silence and mute the religious voice. In the book of John, John 15, Jesus talks about how the world is going to hate you. He points out that if we were of the world, that the world would love us, but that he separated us from the world, and that he put us apart. Yeah, at the time, the world hate, given the political climate, the Roman Empire, Christian persecution. I mean, the reality is everybody in that room when Jesus said that was martyred, with the sole exception of John. Have we really changed that much, though? It wasn't that long ago, March 24th, 1980, when Bishop Oscar Romero was assassinated while presiding over communion at his church. A car pulled up in front of the building. A lone gunman stepped out and rested his rifle on the door of the car. He carefully took aim down the long aisle of the church. A single shot rang out, and the bishop staggered and fell in front of everybody assembled for the communion that day. Oscar Romero stood up for the rights of the poor. He expressed people's need to have a voice, to say what was going on, to express their truth. Yeah. He encouraged people to speak up for justice in a world that was so unjust. And for that, he was assassinated. It's a sad truth. Yeah, the world is challenged by people expressing some religious beliefs that maybe they don't embrace, maybe they don't accept. But I don't think the way forward at all is for us to remain silent. You know, I like to think that they're in this multi-faith environment that we live in now, that there's a way for everybody to be right, that we need to step away from the right religious belief of myself and the wrong expression of other people. I think we need to step into a world where I can express my experience with grace, and you can express your experience, and we can share and learn from each other. I'm not willing to let my voice be silenced. I'm not willing to be mute in the interest of embracing a secular nation. I want my voice to be heard.